If you find that the activating bracket is being pulled free from the epic or the retention bracket almost in a nuisance kind of way, a couple things could be at fault. First of all, the activating bracket has a chamfer on the top, and that's the direction that the activating bracket has to be installed. If the activating bracket is installed upside down, you can get I'll call it a nuisance tripping of the epic, where the activating bracket can pull out from the retention bracket a little easier. The reason being is you could see the activating switch down here has a little rounded edge, and the chamfer allows the activating switch to set inside of the activating bracket. The other thing is that the activating bracket is held in place by the retention bracket, and you could see the retention bracket has an adjustment that can move up, in, or further away from the body of the epic. If the retention bracket is adjusted too far away from the epic, that allows for more space between the activating bracket and the epic itself, and so the activating bracket is a little bit sloppy, so you might need to adjust this retention bracket in a little closer to the epic. This is a factory adjustment, and generally speaking, once it's out in the field you don't need to adjust anymore, but for some reason those little nuts come loose. You might need to adjust this retention bracket a little further closer to the epic if it's too sloppy, a little bit further away from the box of the epic if it's too tight. The last step that you might want to use, if there is what I'm going to call nuisance tripping, or the activating bracket being pulled free, is really when the drivers are really manhandling the cords. And there is something we can do which we'll show you in the next section. What I'm going to talk today about is something that might be called a nuisance tripping of the epic device. If for any reason the driver or somebody handling the power cord kind of manhandles that cord, it can have an effect on that activating bracket where it will pull the activating bracket out of the retention bracket, turning the power off to the cord. A lot of times the driver isn't even aware of this. He's handling the cord, the activating bracket is hanging in a breeze, and there would be no power to the power cord. In northern climates, when there's snow and the cord is caught in the snow, the driver's pulling it out, he tends to manhandle the cord. We had a recent case where somebody installed greenfield over all the power cords for some reason. This added so much weight to the power cord, the driver was used to handling all that weight. When we installed the epics, we removed that greenfield, made the cords probably 3 times lighter. Now the driver's handling that power cord and he's really flipping it around, and you can get this activating bracket to slip out, de-energizing the power cord. One of the things that we do in this case is, after the activating bracket is installed, we'll take a small nylon tie and we'll pass that nylon tie through the retention bracket. We'll hold it in place, and then we may even go one step further and we'll tie that power cord to a nylon tie, so if the driver is manhandling the power cord, that nylon tie kind of holds it in place.